I implore you all to listen attentively, especially the ones just coming in. The I implore you to listen attentively to every presentation that comes up. Mind is your financial freedom and wellness, whether that is mentioned or not. What is financial freedom? Or when can you say you're financially
Since the presenter went, okay, she's back now. Whenever the presenter is having challenges, co-hosts, please step to the wall, step to the rescue. Abraham Okoragba, yeah, the co-host.
Yes, sir, I'm aware, sir. I'm even currently at the site working.
Okay, so let me see if I can get her back online. She's back here. Mrs.
Okay.
Pelumi, you're not unmuted. You need to unmute.
Oh, shit.
Welcome back, man. You need to unmute. We can't hear you. You need to unmute now. We cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. I said the mantra of go to school, get good grades, and then get a good job has woefully failed. And there are graduates, masters, and PhD holders scouting for jobs. And with the pandemic, a good number of those who had good jobs have lost them. Many businesses have nosedived. To change your paradigm is to accept the fact that the mantra has failed, and then you need to embrace what has been the reality, but which you kept overlooking. Nobody becomes financially free with active income. One day, you will either leave the job or the business, or they will leave you. There are 5 sources of passive income. Number 1 is real estate. Then there's automated business. Then there's intellectual properties. Then there's paper investments. And the 5th is network marketing. For real estate, you need to have enough money to build houses or purchase them so that you can earn rents from them. Rents become your passive income with real estate. But then you need so much money to go into real estate to earn rents. Building the estates or the properties would involve your active participation, which is active income. But when you built the house, and you're collecting rents. Do you have to do any work to collect your rents? No. So the rents are the passive income that you earn from real estate. Automated business is the business you've built to the point that you have at least 500 employees. Many people call themselves businessmen, businesswomen, but they are really not. They are just self-employed people. Because to earn from your business and you say it's it's passive income, you must build it to the point that it becomes automated business. Whether you are around or not, it keeps running and your money keeps rolling in. You don't have to be actively involved. Give you royalties. But how many of us can sing well enough to make enough money to take care of our expenses? How many of us would write and our books will go so far as to earn enough passive income to take care of our expenses? And if you say you even know how to write, how many Nigerians are good at reading? And then paper investment is you put money in the bank to earn interests, fixed deposits and all that. But you find that even the interest there has crashed. And apart from that, how much will you put in the bank? How much will you fix to be able to get enough interest to take care of your living expenses? That must be a whole lot. And so it's only network marketing we have left that you can get into with what you can afford and end up building wealth for yourself. Somebody says everyone is a millionaire. You can either have millions of cash or billions of excuses. Today, you will choose your meal that can put you. Monday is the name of the business of the company and is an affiliate to A2W Limited. A2W means Avenues to Wealth. It has 11 years network marketing history and experience and an exclusive partner with Marvel Natural Products PLC, the manufacturers of Reader, Herbal Bitters, and the range of products. It is the first indigenous African network marketing company with international partnership, dividing products made in Africa globally. A company playing in a combined marketplace predicted to be worth $140 billion, not Naira, in 2023. Would you want to be a part of that company? I think you should want to. The mission of the company is ICE. I for inspire, C for connect, and E to empower you to achieve your dreams. Like I always say, if you engage Green Monday and you are not inspired, you can no longer be inspired. The beautiful thing about the company is that it's the training arm. You are not only trained to be a professional in your business, you are also trained to reinvent yourself. That makes you a winner any day, anywhere. God bless Green Monday, the MD, and the MD of Marvel Natural Products PLC, and all the trainers abundantly. By the time we look at the product and the compensation plan, you will discover why everyone needs to pray that prayer. Now let's look at the products. Our flagship product is the Reader Bitters. It is a perfect blend of the finest herbs and root extracts. It has amazing antioxidants, antibacterial, anti-asthmatic, antispasmodic, antifungal, anti-cancer, anti-sickly, anti-malarial, and antiviral properties. And there are other variants as well. We have the Reader Restore. We have the Reader Restore, Reader Fat Burner, Reader Cleanser, Reader Fire, Reader Balm, Reader Disinfectants, Reader Body Butter, Reader Hand Wash, Reader Body Wash. With all these products, we have wonderful, wonderful testimonies. I know of somebody that placed the mother on Reader Bitters, and before you know it, the mother's high blood pressure that was so high came down to 120/90 or thereabouts. And then there was a day I went out. I was to come back and then attend a wake keep. But before I got back home, my whole system had turned upside down. And it was like I would not be able to attend the wake keep anymore. So I just picked my reader, took it, and within 5 minutes, it was like I was just so okay. And I could attend the wake keep. How about the Reader Balm? There was somebody that bought the balm from me and came back and said, I want to start marketing this thing. All my mother's friends have arthritis. I gave it to my mother, and normally when she uses any other balm, it will take her like 30 to 40 minutes to get up. But with Reader Balm, within 5 minutes, she was on her feet and she was all right. All the other products are very, very effective. There isn't any product here that one can say, is it the sanitizer? Somebody used it. They had a sanitizer in the bank. Somebody used the bank's sanitizer and then later used our own sanitizer and said, the difference is clear. With all our products, the difference is always clear. The products have given back to so many testimonies in the areas of hypertension, arthritis, detoxification, menstrual anomalies, erectile problems, and a host of other ailments. And of course, we have a Reader Baby. And I know that by next year, now that we have Restore, it's almost every day we'll be having Reader Babies, and it shall be so. The products have given birth to many testimonies, like I said, and I believe everyone here has a testimony to share. Can we just take one or two? Can we take one or two testimonies? If you want to share your testimony, please raise your hand. I can't see any hand up. Is there any hand up? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay. The testifiers can testify on the chat box. So people ask the questions, how is it that one drug can handle so many ailments? It does because as a result of the food we eat, exercises we do, whether we overdo or underdo them, the toxins we inhale from fumes of cars, generators, and all the rest, activities going on in our bodies, free radicals are released into our systems. And this gives rise to what is called oxidative stress. Oxidative stress could express itself in Mr. A as arthritis, in Mrs. B as high blood pressure, in Uncle T as bile, in another person as erectile dysfunction, and all the rest. It expresses itself in various ways from person to person. It is the cause of most ailments. Reader deals with oxidative stress, and that is why it corrects so many ailments. We don't advertise it as a one cure to all, gbogbo ishe as Yorubas call it, but as a lifestyle product. It's natural through and through, and that makes for longevity. I believe we all want long life, and we need long life for our children and for every member of our families and our friends. So the Reader range of products is for every family. Reader is safe, effective, and of quick action. It is NAFDAC approved, FDA approved, and produced according to ISO specifications. Are you beginning to wonder how all these concern you? Yes, it concerns you because you are interested in wealth. The formula for wealth is W equals KVN, where W means wealth, K is the coefficient of perception, that is how your product is perceived and rated. N is the number of people reachable. Of course, the higher the number of people reached, the greater the wealth generated. Then V stands for value. That's any product or service that can be exchanged for money. So according to Coach A, wealth is when you are able to add value to a lot of people and you are perceived as valuable. That means for you to be wealthy, you must have a product of value that millions of people require. That is, to become wealthy, you must solve a problem. To tackle the problems created by oxidative stress, concoctions that complicate their issues. The concoctions are untested, they are unsafe, no dosage, and they have caused untold damages and even death. A product of value that can solve this problem has been introduced to you. And you know what? You are not to struggle alone pushing these products. The company that has been introduced to you has a system in place which you can leverage on to enter into your abundance and rest. Let's look at the compensation plan. You can get on board the system by registering with a token at a level of convenience. We have the 750,000 registration that makes you a VIP. The 400,000 registration makes you a platinum distributor. The 140,000 registration makes you a gold distributor. The 75,000 registration makes you a silver distributor. And the 40,000 registration makes you a bronze distributor. Okay, in the background. Hello. Okay. Now you wonder why I refer to these amounts as a token. Yes. you are starting a business. For other businesses, you'd rent a shop, put it in shape, pay rent, NEPA bills, and other overheads, buy goods, and do all kinds of things. The question is, can 750,000 do all that? But here, it starts with as low as even 40,000 naira, only that you must upgrade till you eventually become a VIP distributor. But then you are starting with 40,000 naira. With just one entry, you appear in 3 different visible platforms of earning. The matrix. With the matrix, that was what the business actually started with. You register then with just 10,000 naira, and then you get 2 people to register under you. And as soon as those 2 get their 2 each, you move to the next level and earn 10,000 naira. When you're 7 at that level, you move to the next, and then 1 million. And it's inculcated into the platform when you pay your 40 or 140 or 7 appear on the matrix as well. So while you are doing your work, the matrix is being filled, the binary is being filled, the multi-level is being filled, platforms, because actually you earn in 13 different ways in this business. Isn't that awesome? With the multi-level, you come in and we use what we call the power of 4. You introduce your 4, but then you could discover that not all 4 are active. So you can introduce as many as possible. And on every one that you introduce, as they register, as they come on board, you earn on each of them. For instance, if somebody comes up or signs up under you with the VIP, as soon as the registration is effected, 100,000 naira drops into your account. Isn't that juicy? And if it's 40,000 you register with, and somebody registers under you or signs up with 40,000, immediately you 1,000 people register the next. Not the same, the match and every one of them. Awesome, isn't it? Now, to run the business effectively, we use what is called the power of 4. That is, you bring in 4 people, you introduce 4 people to sign up under you. Because it has been discovered that each person can only handle about 5 people conveniently and effectively. Research shows that that is why the US Army have teams of 5, and that's why they are the strongest. First of all, you pay for the level at which you want to engage the business, and you are given products worth more than you paid. You start off with a profit, and it's like you didn't even pay anything. Because if you pay 40,000, you'll be given products worth more than 40. If you register with 750,000, you are given products worth about 1 million. So already you are making a profit right from the beginning. So there's nothing like a loss in this business. And you can track everything because you're also given a personal site as you sign up. It's a transparent business. There is nothing hidden in this business. Then you introduce the business to at least 4 people, like I said. And when your 4 people, when you have introduced your 4, you train them to do what you have done to get them. Training is very, very important so that at any point in time, each person can stand and do his or her business and do it well. So if you have decided, for instance, that you want to get your 4 within a month, that first month, you earn 25,060. You earn from the personal bonus, you earn from the instant reward, you earn from the personal matching bonus, you earn from the team bonus, you earn from the team matching bonus, you earn from the matrix reward, and the total of what you earn comes to 25,060. You say, what's 25,060? Yes, you know, you have to build systematically. Now, in the second month, you now have to get what you did and ensure that you're getting to understand by the time you're getting to the 5th month, you'll find that the income becomes more meaningful because there you'll be earning over $1 million in the 5th month. And then by the 12th month, you are earning 2,768,240,640 in 1 year. If you build systematically and each person gets his 4 within his month of entry. Now, if that is not possible and you decide to get your 4 within 3 months, and each person that comes to you gets their 4 within 3 months, that means by the 3rd year, you'll be earning that 2,768,240,640. Would you really say that's a bad business? Would you really tell the person that invited you to this business that he or she has done you much harm? I'm sure you wouldn't. But if you now don't even get to that extent, and by the end of 3 years, you even earn 33 million, which is the 8th month on the charts, and you earn 33,626,880. Won't you be smiling to the bank? So, of course, this is a good business. And you don't do this business just struggling on your own. You leverage on others. Let me explain leverage by using 2 people, 2 youth coppers who were sent to a village. They were posted to a village, and then they got there and discovered a problem. Like we said before, to become wealthy, you must solve a problem. So these 2 coppers got to that village and discovered there was no water. People would have to travel far to fetch water. So they decided to start fetching water for the people. That was active income because they had to put in all their strength and labor and labor and labor. And to a point, one of them now sat down and thought, if we continue like this, a day will come that we will break down. And then how would we earn money to take care of ourselves? What would then be our fate? So he discussed with his friend and told him, look, let's go to the source, the stream where people fetch from, where we have been fetching from, and then lay pipes into the village so that we can now be selling water just by opening taps, which will be very easy for us, and then we'll make good money too, and better money at that. But the friend said, Lai, how can I stop earning? See how much I earn every day. So the friend, the one who brought the suggestion, decided to carry on with his suggestion. Used the money made to buy the pipes and everything he needed, and he started laying pipes. Just, fetching some buckets of water to keep body and soul together and to keep going and while he was doing that, the other one was fetching as much buckets as he could and was making good money, and he looked like a successful businessman to everybody, and he was satisfied with himself. But then, at that time, the one laying the pipes was not making too much money, but he was laying his pipe. He was laying his pipes and then laying the pipes, and he opened the tap. He was able to sell like 1,000 buckets a day. If we count together all that the friend that had been fetching water made, it wouldn't be up to what that person made in one day. And so that's the difference between leverage and exerting energy, between passive income and active income. What you are being invited into is to build a system that will be providing you with wealth with no effort. Because it doesn't take any effort to open a tap for the water to run. And that is what you are being invited to. At the beginning, oh yes, you must be actively involved to build that system. But when your organization has been built and everything is going on smoothly, you have trained your people and so they're working, you'll find that you can retire at a point and you'll just be receiving alerts. Sweet, isn't it? Yes. That's what you're being invited to. When we work for peace, but building somebody else's organization, it is wiser to build your own organization, and then you'll hand over your password to your children, to your grandchildren, and they'll just continue to earn. So at this point, I want to ask if you have questions to ask concerning the presentation. Questions? Hello? Can you hear me?
We can hear you well, ma.
Okay, so thank you. So are there questions you'd like to ask? Let's have your questions now. You understand it well, is that it? Hello? You understand it all? That's wonderful. So what you should do now is to please get in touch with whoever invited you and ensure that you register today. There's no reason for anybody to remain poor. Poor means passing over opportunities repeat. Put your best into the business and you'd never have any cause to regret. Thank you all for having me. And once again, I'm truly grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.